with UBC and Good Morning Uganda in particular. My name is Olive Monica Najuma and I am your host for Good Morning Uganda Extra. Today, as Robert Shirabo has just taken us through the Good Morning Uganda agenda segment. Now, today we are going to be delving into agribusiness and DFCU Bank's role in that arena. What are they doing to support people in that sector? And so much more. That's what we will be looking at today. So I hope that you stick around and that you enjoy this conversation, because I have a lady with me from DFCU Bank that will be having this conversation with me today. Now, when we speak about women breaking through the glass ceiling, there is so much there to unpack. And the lady that I'm having a conversation with this morning is Kate K. Kiza, the Executive Director and also Chief Financial Officer at DFCU Bank. She was recently crowned the CFO of the Year at the 8th edition of the SCCA and Deloitte Uganda Chief Financial Officer Awards. Now, this initiative celebrates outstanding financial leaders who have made significant contributions to their organizations and the economy. Now, Ms. Kiza is also took home the Finance Transformation and Technology Award, beating out 60 other finance professionals in Uganda. And it doesn't stop there. In the last 7 years, 38 professionals have won 55 CFO awards, of which 29% are female, taking 27% of the awards. Now, the breakdown of the sectors shows 36% of the awards have been won by the banking sector. Corporate sector is at 20%, with telecom at 5%, public sector and SMEs at 15% each, non-for-profit 10%, and insurance 4%. And interest and participation in the awards has grown from 22 professionals with 61 nominations in 2017 to 60 professionals participating with 380 nominations in 2024. It's a lot, but for me, what stands out here for me is that among the professionals that have won this award are women. There are women, and for me, you know me, when it comes to women breaking through the glass ceiling and leaving a mark on any sector where they are. So allow me to introduce to you Miss Kate Kiza. Good morning, and you're welcome.
Thank you. Good
How
morning.
That was a pause.
I'm well, thank you.
Yes. Congratulations.
Thank you very much, Olive. Thank you for the kind words and the very big introduction of the ACCA Deloitte CFO of the Year Awards.
Okay. Now, for starters, I will say congratulations again.
Thank you.
And then I'll say it's quite an incredible achievement. Can you start by telling us a bit about what this award means to you as Kate?
Thank you, Olive. The award is exciting. It starts from how you work with the team, what the finance profession is delivering. The theme for this year was pushing boundaries and exploiting the growth mindset. So first, for starters, the award is a recognition of how much as a team, as a finance team, we have done, because it comes from the team, with the nominations being from the team, and that's the side that makes it more exciting. It's a peer award. It's a recognition of how much effort we have actually put in to put finance at the center of conversations. Okay. Thank you.
All right. Now, Kate, let's get into our conversation even further. You've led your team to this success over time, and I like that you did mention that it is, first of all, the belief in you that the team did have, then you got the nomination, and then later you won the award. But what would you say has been the key to your success as a CFO, particularly in such challenging times, and if maybe I may add, in such a male-dominated industry?
Thank you, Olive. So for starters, as CFOs, it's about the openness. We live in a world which is uncertain, volatile, complex. So we have a lot of anxiety around us.
Yes.
So as CFOs, we must remain open, we must be agile, and we must be adaptable to actually understand how do we push ourselves to understand the businesses that we work in, to understand what role we play. As finance, we play a central role in every organization. Without the financing, the organization will not be existing. So ideally, we look at what role is finance playing in that area, and as a person, how do I get my team comfortable with having uncomfortable conversations? Because it's only when you have the uncomfortable conversations that it develops, that the relationships develop, and we are able to push the companies that we work for to achieve greater.
Okay. And when we speak in matters long-term vision, I know that DFCU is passionate about supporting Uganda's agriculture sector. Can you tell us more about how DFCU is doing this through its products, services, and nationwide presence?
Thank you. So for DFCU, for starters, we are passionate about agriculture. We have a very rich heritage that looks at agriculture as core. Some of our shareholders are from Netherlands, and we have partnered with them to deliver solutions, agriculture solutions, to this country. Among them, of course, the key highlight I can't miss talking about is the Agriculture Development Center, the ADC. What we do with the ADC is go down to the grassroots, have the different conversations, get people who are informal, get them up to speed to understand how can they get formal out of the informal side, because it's out of being formal that you start to get bankable. We look at the outreach programs that we've done. We look at the subsidized loans that we do that actually support agriculture. Uganda is one of those which is referred to that anywhere you throw a seed, once you throw it, it will germinate, it will grow. But how do we harness that? That's our competitive advantage as a country. So we support through the agriculture loans. We've partnered with the government and through Bank of Uganda on the agriculture, the SEF, the agriculture fund, which we give to loans for agriculture development to the different customers. We have the different agriculture competitions that we offer, where we get our customers into a competition, and those who win, we expose them to other countries, especially the developed countries, and of course among them Netherlands, where we have exposure to the much better technologies in agriculture that will help enhance our productivity in agriculture.
Okay. And where in some of these initiatives, where are the women?
Wow. When you talk about women,
yes,
it's not just within the leadership.
I understand.
And not just within DFCU leadership, even with staff. For starters, DFCU, if we talk about majority being above 51%, DFCU is majority women. Okay. Whether you look at employees or you look at the executive team that leads the organization. So DFC is very strong on women. Women, we established a Women in Business, Women Development Center in 2007, and since then we've been on the agenda of women.
Okay.
So when you talk about agriculture, most of agriculture, especially where we are in Uganda, it has a lot of women in there. So we have women programs that target the women, and of course within that agriculture. So we have the Rising Woman. We've dealt with a number of women where we look at the women, we give subsidized loans to the women. We've partnered with the government on GROW, which is giving loans to government to women at 10%. GROW is of course partly with private sector foundation, PSFU, and World Bank. So we are reaching the woman. For every woman you touch, you actually are touching a family. It doesn't just stop on the women.
Yes.
So once you have women, then you've touched agriculture as well, because most of the women are involved a lot in agriculture.
Okay. And now, Kate, can you tell us why this demographic, the women, is very crucial to Uganda's agriculture future?
Number one, the women are the ones involved in agriculture most. So if we get the women to add value, use the technology to actually support the women, then the economy, we are actually supporting the economy. Yes.
All right. Well, I am speaking to Kate Kiza, who is the Executive Director and Chief Finance Officer at DFCU Bank. Now, she says DFCU Bank has the appetite to have women not only in leadership but even in other levels of the bank, but also in their agricultural initiative of supporting the agriculture sector. They look out for women and also other genders, another gender, which is the males. But yes, they have, she mentioned the Rising Woman initiative that also helps women in that same sector. Now, Kate, if you may, what role do you think digital transformation and technology play in driving growth within the agriculture sector? Because, I mean, today everything is about technology, about digital. So what role does it play?
Brilliant. Thank you, Olive. So when we talk about technology, one of the biggest challenges that we have with our agriculture is how do we link the farmer to the market? How do we get most of our agriculture, we do the production and everything, and the items are perishable.
Yes.
I'll have the tomatoes and I won't put them anywhere. We have the best pineapples in the world, anywhere. Mention about anyone who's been in Uganda and they will remember about
the Ugandan pineapple.
Yes, about the Ugandan pineapples. But when you come to the season, then everything gets ripe at the same time and everything gets... So using technology, first of all, and supported by data. One, to establish how do we have the weather patterns? What do we support so that we can have production across the year? The other thing that we're doing through the technology is we are funding factories that are processing the pineapples and getting pulp out of them. So that means even when it's in season, they will be taking all the pineapples and actually making pulp out of them so that we don't end up with them being destroyed. So especially for the farmers, for the farms that have these products, you actually get to add value and prolong the life and reduce the risks of perishability of the products.
Okay. Now, maybe if I may ask a question still in relation to that, these farmers, are you attracting them in groups or as individuals, or you're working with circles?
So when it comes to the farmers, we have the farmer groups, informal and formal. We have the individuals and we have the circles. So we have the cross-section, including the big commercial farmers. We have those as well. But what happens is, if we start with the individuals, getting them to form farmer groups, getting them, because when you form the farmer groups, you'll have a bit more produce that we will be putting to the market together.
Yes.
As opposed to when we go as 10 individuals. If 10 individuals have 5 pineapples each, then when we come up with a batch of pineapples, then it looks more attractive to that side. So through the ADC, we get to the farmers, we get them to form the farmer groups, give them the financial literacy that is required, what are the things they need to do, how do they grow the business, and support them through that journey. So we deal with all of them. We do the literacy ones there, and then we also give some extra, especially for the women. We have a Women in Business Advisory Center. Through the Women in Business Advisory Center, we get women to share testimonies across, to share with each other what made you successful, what can I learn from your success, and the other way, what made me successful in a particular area and how do you learn from that success. So through fostering that conversation, through getting, some of them are actually volunteer women who actually say, if there is something that I have a skill. We have lawyers who say, I will now talk to women about property ownership, about how they can get to own the land in their names, so that you start to create some financial independence for the women.
Okay. Actually, speaking about women, you did mention something about the rising woman. And in most cases, when people hear about initiatives of this nature, they think they are targeting women that are from a certain, what should I call it? That are from a certain sector. Maybe they're educated, they have money, they're successful. I would like for you to highlight that and the kind of woman that you attract across the board.
First of all, for rising women, as the name or as the tagline suggests, it's actually picking you up and raising your profile to a different level. So when we talk about raising women, it's mostly the ones who are starting. They are starting with their businesses. They are still at a very low level. It's open. It's not restricted to a region. It's not restricted to individuals. It's actually across the country, and we've had winners from every space, right from the people who are not educated to the people who are actually educated and starting, especially the educated, we have them starting side hustles.
Yes.
So yeah, we cover the entire divide. There's no one who does not qualify as long as the criteria is met. That's all.
Maybe later you'll tell us about the criteria, but I want us to get back to the meat of the matter today. Now, I'm speaking to Kate Kiza, who is the CFO and also Executive Director at DFCU Bank. And we are looking into the bank's, DFCU's role in the agriculture sector. It is so we want to know, how is the bank trying to help the agriculture sector? How is it contributing to the growth of that sector? Because as you know, agriculture is the backbone on which our country is actually built. It is what makes us, it is the thread that holds Uganda up there. And we also are known to be basically the food basket in East Africa. So it means we have so much more to offer, but then how do we add value to that? I believe, Kate, why the bank is in this is to help people to add value to their agriculture.
Absolutely. So it's to help people, one, to be organized.
Yes.
Two, when you look at the production, you're looking at quality. How does that quality get sustained? What are the standards that you need to meet?
Yes.
If you produce your things and you're able to add some value and make them less perishable, will you get the UNBS stamp? So we walk that journey with you. Then we also look at the commercialization, the industrialization within agriculture. What are the different practices that you need to adopt to get that agriculture to where it's supposed to be? Yes, it is referred to as a food basket, but when you go down and some of the items, like a liter of milk, you find it at 1,000. It's almost like even the grass that the cattle are eating is actually more than that. So how do we get that? How do we get to partner with the people who add value to the milk so that we are able to get a fairer price to the farmer that gets the milk to be processed into something more useful, something more expensive, so that we are able to have a fairer price at the lower level?
All right. Yeah, because imagine all the time you put in to treat the cows, to take care of them, to feed them, and at the end of the day, you're selling a liter of milk at 1,000. It feels like it's the end user that is benefiting, but the farmer is not. Wow, interesting. Now, you can share your views regarding this topic of discussion. And if you have any questions for Miss Kate here, you can send them through WhatsApp number 0709-602-592. Also, you can call directly through the same number 0709-602-592. You can call and ask your questions or offer any advice, if any, and you can also send a direct text message. By all means, please do not call through the WhatsApp number. I won't be able to answer those calls, but if you call directly, I'll be in position to answer the calls, and then we will hear what you have to say or what you need to know more. Kate here can highlight even further. Now, Kate, looking ahead, what do you think are the biggest opportunities and challenges for Uganda's agriculture sector, let's say in the next 5 years?
First, in terms of the challenges, you'd look at how do we get access to the market?
Yes.
How do we get every farmer have access to the market? How do we get the farmers to get the market information so that the middlemen don't exploit the farmers if we are getting to the people who are processing. That said, that's where we create the opportunity. So we are working on products that are bringing the main producers, or what we call off-takers, with the farmers, so that the two are together and in sync, and every one of them looks at the other.
Okay.
One of the other challenges, especially for the cash crops, will be the world prices. How do we get, for example, our tea where it is at the moment? How do we get our quality up there that it competes with every other quality? How do we get our quality to be consistent? Because one of the things is, one, the production consistency in terms of the supply of the items across the year. And secondly is the quality. How do we get the quality to the required standard?
Okay. Now, how do you also intend to add value or to help those that are trying to get potential in sustainable farming and climate smart agriculture?
Thank you, Olive. So what we've done on that line is we have partnered with other development banks. We have partnered with EIB, we've partnered with DG to avail financing that is subsidized for those in sustainable financing. We have partners like Adelphi, where we have people we are funding who are recycling the plastics, the bottles that we have that are all over the place. Of course, the demand is not yet at that level. It's not yet at that scale where they are able to clean the environment of all the bottles and able to recycle them, but the journey has started. We have people who are using waste, converting waste, some of them converting it. One of the customers we have is converting that into briquettes, which are supposed to be used instead of charcoal.
Yes.
We also have those who are farming but trying to conserve the use of the land and trying to make it renewable. Those are some of the projects that we're funding, and some of the funds actually have a lot of technical assistance that comes with them, helping with the training, the technical understanding of what is it that you're supposed to do to actually get the quality to the required international standard quality. Yeah.
Okay, I also understand that there is need for more training and capacity building around modern agricultural techniques. Is there a way the bank is helping farmers in different, because farming is really broad, or agriculture is broad, but is there a way the bank is actually trying to help them understand and get to adopt new agricultural techniques?
most of the support that we have given on that side is through the Agriculture Development Center, the ADC. So the ADC reaches to the grassroots. They are groups that go out in the field for training. We have a lot of people you'll find today they're in Lira, the other day in Gulu, another day in Imbarara, trying to get down to the farmers and actually walk that journey with them. So we don't stop in PowerPoint, as they say.
You don't do armchair
No,
support.
we don't. We actually go to the ground and walk the journey with them. That way you're able to understand what are the challenges with these people and how do you help to actually get those challenges sorted out.
Okay.
Yeah.
And for the government, what would you say to them? Because I do still understand that we need more continued investment in technology, education, and partnerships in the agriculture sector. So if you're speaking to government right now, what would you tell them? Because I believe that the bank needs to partner with the government and other development partners for agriculture to get to the next level.
I think two things, if I had my 1 minute of fame with the government. One is, how do we support agriculture
Yes.
from the subsistence agriculture to the next level? How does the government come in to foster the movement of the items, whether it's the crop or the produce, from the farmer to whether it is the village level, the Gomborola level, to that level, so that it can be processed. So if the government can step in there, of course, the infrastructure in the different areas. If you look at the West, for example,
Yes.
if you go deep down, you'll find the coolers are not there, the coolers are not working in some of the cases, the electricity is not on. How does the government come in? And where we've partnered with the government of Uganda, the ACF loans, the ACF loans is strictly for agriculture. And it's agriculture in terms of what value are you adding within the agriculture space. We have loans where the only thing we require as security is a Chibanja. It's that level.
Chibanja agreement.
Chibanja agreement, if you have that, we are actually able to give you the Baraka loan that will help you get to a different level.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is the level of bureaucracy that is there before someone gets these loans?
So there's no sign here, sign there, not as much as that.
Okay.
So what we've done is, through our network, we have a network of 54 branches across the country, all spread all over. And through the ADC, we actually reach the farmers. So the people through the ADC actually get to the farmers, not necessarily that the farmers have to come. And we've tried to look at the process. Yes, there is some bit of a bit of paperwork, but it's not so much that it's prohibitive. No, it's not prohibitive. You have to sign something, you have to put in some level of stake, but it's not prohibitive.
Level of stake.
Yes.
I don't know. Anyway, Kate, I also understand that DFCU Bank partners with the Kingdom of Netherlands and New Vision, KLM, Royal Dutch Airlines, and for the annual and Popular Best Farmers competition. What is this competition all about? Yes, Popular Best Farmer competition, but what does it entail in general?
So for the Best Farmer competition, there's a panel of judges, and in each region, they go to each region, and the farmers showcase what they're doing. And right from showcasing what they're doing, how they're supporting the communities, to what their dream is. So the top farmers are actually sponsored to the Netherlands for 2 weeks to actually go and learn and come back and implement what they've learned. So we have farmers that have prospered from the first time they came in to now a different level.
Yes.
And of course, those are the main partners that you've mentioned, EKN, Embassy of Netherlands, of the Kingdom of Netherlands, Royal Dutch Airlines, KLM, New Vision, DFCU. So we have other partners like Kujes that actually come in to support and give the farmers the technical assistance that they get through getting to the annual farmers competition.
And what does it take for a farmer out there to be a part of this competition, and maybe when does it take place?
We normally start at the first half of the year, and then the judges go through the different areas. The last cohort left about September. That's when they leave for the Netherlands to actually experience what farming and commercial farming can actually deliver. Yes.
So what does it take to be a part of it?
All you need to do is enter the competition. We normally share out the flyers, we open the competitions, and yeah, it's just agreeing to participate and letting yourself participate. Yes.
Okay, well, DFCU is out here doing amazing things when it comes to agribusiness in Uganda. So if you have any views, you can actually contribute through WhatsApp number 0709-602-592. I'm having a conversation with Kate Kiza, who is the CFO and also Executive Director, DFCU Bank, and we are looking at the role of DFCU Bank in Uganda's agribusiness or agriculture sector. So there is a lot there that she has unpacked. She has mentioned different partnerships that the bank has with different development partners to ensure that agribusiness and farming in Uganda gets to the next level. One of the major issues in Uganda's agricultural business is usually access to financing. And now DFCU Bank is here telling you, come to us. She said you don't have to sign many things for you to get some of the specialized loans that they have geared towards farmers, geared towards agriculture. And also they are partnering with the Grow Project, which is enabling women in business to actually run their initiatives. And here you will still get access to financing. So for me, I am like, this is the best news that Ugandans need right now. So why not check out DFCU Bank and see how they can walk this journey with you. And regarding some of the initiatives that they have, like Rising Women, she has actually highlighted and said it's not for a woman that is already here. They want to start with you from here, from the grassroots, and walk the journey with you and grow with you as they support you with anything that you need. That's amazing. You are doing a great job.
Thank you. Thank you, Olive.
Yes.
We want more people, we want to reach more people, and we want to add even more value to the country.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, I also understand that DFCU Bank is trying to have access to the youth, because the youth represent the next generation of farmers, but they are often overlooked and undervalued in the agriculture sector. Also, the other thing I notice is that some of the youth say, make agriculture sexy, make it appealing to us. So how is the bank doing that?
Actually, when you look at the people, the most recent winners of Rising Woman, most of them are, I left university, I decided to start something because I couldn't find a job.
Yes.
So through programs like this and showcasing the different people and what they've been able to do, that's one of the ways that we reach the youth, to actually encourage them to say, this is actually something that can build you, and you can build yourself and sustain your family and sustain yourself through the agriculture.
Okay.
So trying to get the youth have almost a stereotype. I just need to sit and be on my phone, you know, be on
clean
Snapchat.
Jobs. They see you as CFO. They want to be like you when they grow up.
So we're getting them to understand that there is the technology side. There is a lot more to agriculture. You don't have to get the hoe and go and dig.
Yes.
But you can use the machines, you can be on the different levels of the value chain. So we do reach out to the youth and actually have engagements with them. We've sponsored some of them in some of the projects that they're doing. There's a team from Makere that was doing the microbiology production. They're doing some production of items in a lab that help eliminate particular viruses. So we fund those and actually get them to grow and showcase their skills and get them to love agriculture. We are Uganda, one of the most fertile areas. So what do we need to do to convert this agriculture and make it work like it works for Netherlands?
I understand. Now, there is also this other issue. We have talked about the farmer right in the garden. Maybe they need seeds, maybe they need how to get into a circle to get financing so that they can be able to bring their goods to the market. But there is the problem of markets. Because when I have a product, I need to know that I have a ready market. Do they have these ready markets for their goods and for their produce that they have labored so much to bring to us?
Thank you, Olive. So that's where DFCU comes in, to bridge the two
gap.
Bridge the gap. So what we're doing is, through our ecosystems solutions, we are getting the farmer to the market so that the two are in sync, and I know when I produce, I'm producing and there is an off-taker for what I'm producing. That is one of the solutions that we have.
Okay.
That we get the farmers to get linked to the market, because that is the biggest challenge. That's where the biggest challenge lies.
Yes.
That the production is done. If you think of increasing the production, you're thinking, where am I going to sell this? So we create the market the other side by also getting the off-takers involved and funding on both sides.
All right. Now, looking ahead, what do you think are the biggest opportunities and challenges for Uganda's agriculture sector? Maybe, actually, you already told us more about this. So, next 5 years, can we look at 10? Anyway, finally, as a trailblazing female leader in the financial sector, what advice would you give to young women aspiring to take on leadership roles, particularly in finance or agriculture?
Thank you, Olive. First is work on our mindsets. So the mindset comes from, oh, I'm a woman, maybe I expect this to be done for me. Go out there and compete. You're as able as your brother or as the next person who you're going to compete with. Have the confidence to actually get out and compete. Be open. Nothing will be handed to you on a silver platter. You have to work for what you finally get.
Yes.
So to the young women, have the confidence, give it in. Once you give it your all, do your best. It actually pays off to do your best. And be professional. Of course, integrity comes in at the core. How are you trustworthy with whatever you're doing? How are you fair to everything that you're doing? Yes. And lastly, encourage yourself to continuously learn.
Continuously.
So, yes,
learn.
Continuously. So allow yourself a few mistakes, because those are part of what build this thing called experience. Is a collection of mistakes.
Yes.
Where you've made them, you've risen out of them, and moved on to have a different perspective where you'll avoid that mistake next time. So continuously be open to learn. Some of the learnings don't have to be within yourself. You can learn, Kate can learn from Olive's mistake, or Olive can learn from Kate's mistake, so that Olive does not make the same mistake that Kate made.
Yes.
Yes.
And do they have, this is for we young women and also young men out there, does one have to follow the traditional path to make it?
I think there's a lot of proof now that you don't have to follow the traditional path. You have to be open. You can have mentors that help guide you and have the honest conversations. You know, the whole saying about the emperor is naked, the one who actually tells you now you're off the rails. You need to get back. So it's about the openness and it's about the learnings. Be humble enough to accept when you've made a mistake and look at how you raise out of your mistake. Of course, my biggest one, being a mother, is that you look at a baby who is starting to walk. they make the first step and fall.
Yes.
They raise up.
Yes.
And try the next until they're able to make 5, then 10, then they're able to run.
Then there's mostly,
so
yes.
It's that part of allow yourself to get up, learn and learn and learn and learn. Yeah.
Wow, those are very encouraging words from Kate Kiza, who is the CFO and also Executive Director, DFCU Bank. Now, Kate, I have a comment from Richard Wabuge from Malaba, Uganda, and he says, I need to thank UBC for bringing Madam, but I needed a loan from DFC in Tororo, but failed. How can she help me with this matter? Maybe you can just briefly tell us what is needed in case someone needs a loan of any nature.
Okay, it depends on what the loan is being used for.
Yes.
So what we've tried to do at DFCU, what we pride ourselves in, is that we get the solution to your need. So if you have the contact, Richard, if you can share your contact, we will get in touch and understand what was it that you needed the loan for. Increasingly, we have people who say, I want to go to the bank and get money. I walk in and say, give me money, and I get money. Of course, that won't happen because this is depositors' money.
Yes.
We have to have the due diligence, we have to build the culture, and we have to build the trustworthiness from our side. So depending on what the loan is for, then the requirements change. For example, if you come and you need to buy an asset, that asset becomes the security that we take, and therefore we pay the money directly. We will need to know who the supplier is. We pay the money directly to the supplier, and of course we get the installments from your side as the person who's taken the loan, and then you clear the loan and own the asset fully. If you look at the salaried people, we can't do salary loans where we get the deductions and the salary comes through us and we get the deductions at that point. So it depends on the need. We do not have a one-size-fits-all. We actually have the flexibility to have solutions that are tailored to the customer needs.
Solutions tailored to the customer needs. That's very important. So probably if you need a loan, what you have to do is, first of all, go to the bank branch in your area and find out the criteria to get this loan, what you need to get the loan, and what you need to use the loan for, because the bank needs this information to know that they can trust you with money that the bank doesn't own. Actually, like she said, it is depositors' money. So it is Olive's money and brother's money and someone else that the bank is using to lend you. That's why there is an interest, right? It's business.
Yes, but just to probably add some clarification, you don't
Yes.
have to go to a branch.
Ah, okay.
So we are in an era of technology. We have online platforms, so get in touch with our online platform. Get to our website and actually get in touch through there. You don't have to walk to a branch. There are agents all over the country, so
Yes.
get to a DFCU agent. Get to our online channels. I think that is the biggest one that's happening, that I want to get my loan or to open my account in the comfort of my sitting room. Please get there, get to experience our online channels, and we will be able to serve you.
Okay, maybe this one is for my benefit. If I want to open an account in DFCU Bank, do I need money to do that?
You don't need money. You just need to access, you need a national ID, because that national ID now is a critical thing to have to open an account, especially if you're an adult. Of course, to the kids who don't have the national IDs yet, we take the national ID of the guardian, but you just get to our online channels and open the account.
So things have been made easy because of technology and innovation. So you can have your bank account in the comfort of your house, and any information that you need from the bank, you don't need to go to a branch. So that saves you some money, you know, and time getting from one place to another, and you can all do everything within the comfort of your home or your workplace. Kate, we have come to the end of our conversation, but I would like to hear your last remarks.
Thank you very much, Olive. It's been a pleasure. Thank you very much to everyone who tuned in to listen to us. So what I leave with you is get in touch with DFCU. We're there to serve. We're here to serve. To the women, get up, get working. No one is going to give you a favor because you're a woman. Get out and work and compete with the different people, compete with the other gender, the men. Thank you.
Thank you, Kate. Maybe to add to what Kate said, no one is coming. No one is coming to save you, so you need to save yourself, and DFCU Bank is here to help you start. So all you have to do is make the decision, and then everything else will move within the direction that you want to move. Well, thank you so much for being a part of Good Morning Uganda Extra. We started all the way at 6:30, and right here we are almost approaching 10 a.m. and we never have to do this if you're not here. But because you're here, we do this every single day. We can't thank you enough. Now we will catch you tomorrow on Good Morning Uganda Friday special, where we will have entertainment and a bit of laid-back conversations, because Monday to Thursday the conversations are pretty heavy, very serious, but on Friday we put our hair down and get to have a good time. So stick around and enjoy every program on UBC, and we'll see you tomorrow. Good morning.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala, this is Good Morning Uganda Extra.
The Ministry of Health informs the general public that there are some cases of Mpox detected in Uganda. The ministry, working with partners and affected district local governments, are doing their best to contain the situation. The signs and symptoms of Mpox are body rash, fever, general body weakness, headache, sore throat, nasal congestion or cough, and swollen lymph nodes. You can prevent yourself from getting infected with Mpox by avoiding close contact with people who have been confirmed to have Mpox or who have signs and symptoms of Mpox. Avoiding touching or sharing personal items like beddings, eating utensils, phones, or other belongings of a person who has the signs and symptoms of Mpox. Avoiding contact, including eating, with all wild animals, alive or dead, especially those known to carry the virus, such as rodents and monkeys, and those that appear sick or have been found dead. Getting vaccinated if you're among those who have been identified to be at high risk of Mpox infection. Mpox is treatable and usually goes away after 2 to 4 weeks. However, it can be severe, causing even death, especially among children, pregnant women, and those with other health conditions. For more information and support, contact your nearest health worker. Call the Ministry of Health's toll-free line on 0800 100 066 or send a free SMS to YouReport on 8500.
In a nation hungry for truth, a world where every story matters, there exists a beacon of trust and reliability. For decades, they've been our voice and our window to the world, holding the mirror of our history. With 4 TV stations and 11 radio channels spanning 27 languages, they stand as guardians of information, defenders of truth. With Mascari Heritage Advantage, they uphold every citizen's right to reliable and free information. Their archived stories shaped our past and illuminate our present. Yet now, as new challenges arise and the world evolves, their mission faces its greatest test yet. Be part of our journey and let's navigate the unknown, uncover the untold, and safeguard our future together. Tune into your public broadcaster, for it is the intersection of trust and truth. Because to UBC, your story, and every voice matters. UBC, inspiring Uganda.
Pick of the day on UBC.
He expected me to die like within the first 2 years.
Out of the blue, the child will get pains, especially in the wrists. And this happens commonly when children are starting to walk.
Was brought to you by
Now get all the chibuzi out with MTN voice bundles. Call all networks. Kubei Dondoro. Buy a 25-minute voice bundle for only 1,000 or buy any daily voice bundle of your choice. Dial *100*21# and select daily or use the My MTN app. When we talk together, we are unstoppable.